self-projection. Now, this video is going to trigger a lot of people who are not ready to look completely internally, but that's okay, because a lot of people are not here to completely heal. They're here to just experience life. But this video specifically is about self-projection, how to own your projections, and how to take control of your life and actually watch your life unfold in a beautiful way. Hey friends, it's Tanya here, Total Beauty Coach, as within, so without. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to comment down below and I'll do my best to answer with a video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and help me heal the planet. What does self-projection mean? Well, I'm sure you've heard the saying, life is a mirror. What I see in you is a reflection of me, as within, so without, as above, so below. All these comments, but nobody really knows what it means, because a lot of people say, wait a minute, hold on. If I see a liar, does that make me a liar? I don't lie. If I see a bunch of negative people, does that make me negative? I'm not negative. I'm usually very positive. If I see a narcissist, does that make me a narcissist? Let me explain. So, you have to go very deep. When it comes to self-projection, you can't just say, hey, I see a narcissist, I'm a narcissist. It's not how it works. Is that once you understand the collective and how energetically we are all one and we are all energy, and for more information on that, check out my video on everything is atoms. We are all atoms. We are all energy. Now, self-projection actually means that we are projectors. Okay, so before the age from 0 to 7, we absorb. We just take in everything. So we're basically recorders. Like a little video recording. All you're doing is recording, and you're just taking in everything that's kind of given to you. So your life experience, you're not really projecting anything that's coming from you. You don't even really have a sense of self before the age of 2. You kind of just are like, you're part of collective, you're part of everything, you're part of your mom, you're part of your dad, So we just take everything in, estimated before the age of 7. So anything that happens to us, even if it's traumatic or not, or beautiful, we just kind of take it in. We don't really have filters yet of what's going on. We're trying to develop those filters in our mind. Once we hit 7 or a little after 7, we start realizing what's going on in the world, and then we kind of have recorded all these things that have happened. So if mommy said to not do this because it can hurt me, I won't do this, and we start to learn about action versus reaction. There's things that we start to learn, and then after that, it's like we press play and we start playing the video that happened before. So we become projectors. So picture your mind like the projector box, and your whole life is the image. And what you start seeing in the world is a reflection of what is in your brain. So a lot of people don't understand this, and they say, hold on, I see a lot of racism, I see a lot of division and unity. I'm not a racist, I don't get it, but I see it in the world. Well, there are also things specifically to the collective, and there's things individually. So I'll start with the individual. So let's say you have a friend that's angry, very angry, and that's all you see, and you see that she's angry all the time. There's actually something in your brain called the reticular activating system that filters out information that contradicts your belief. It filters out information that contradicts your belief. So if you believe to your core that this person is very angry all the time, you will filter out the times that she's not angry. So she'll be walking around and she's very happy. You won't remember those times, and you're going to kind of filter it out, and you're going to look away, whatever's going to happen, and you're going to say, no, she's angry all the time. So we actually have something in the brain that's filtering already. So take that, okay, the reticular activating system, mix with your projections. What are you seeing in the world becomes a reflection of you. Now I'm going to explain. What you see in an individual and you see in the collective is both a reflection of you, not a reflection of how you treat others and how you are with others. It's how you are with yourself. So let's say I see a lot of division in the world. The whole world is divided. You have to ask yourself, what are you divided in you? what in you is divided? Are you not accepting your positive and negative? Are you not accepting your physical or emotional state? There's something in you that is creating that division, and that's all you see in the world. So every time that you see this all the time, it's always reoccurring. That's all that you're projecting onto the world, is because you're kind of projecting it on yourself. So if you see mean people, it doesn't mean that you're mean to people. It could be that you're mean to yourself. Have you ever talked to yourself really rude? You drop a pencil and you call yourself stupid, or you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot, or things like that. So it's all projection has to do with how we treat ourselves, not of how we treat others. It's always reflection on ourselves. So this is a clear explanation. I'll go a little more in detail for those who are not completely understanding. Let's give the example of the narcissist. If I see a narcissist, and I see a lot of narcissists, does that make me a narcissist? Now, this is where it gets tricky, because narcissists mean, it's like one big label. But to you and to me and to Joe and to Sophie, it all may mean different things. What is a narcissist to you? Is a narcissist a bully, a liar, a cheat, non-empathetic? Like, you have to now put what you see. So you have to make subcategories. So you see the whole label is narcissist. Now put little categories under, and what do you see as a narcissist? So if you see somebody as a bully, a narcissist is a bully. Has there been a time that you bullied yourself? That you were mean to yourself and you were looking in the mirror and said, ew, gross, disgusting. Oh my God, I can't look at myself. Were you bullying yourself? Because would you say that to someone else, that they're super ugly? Oh my God, but perhaps you say it to yourself. So everything is always like this. Our projector, we're projecting, picture a projector, and everything is coming from here. What we are seeing in the world is coming from here. Now, I often get the question, but I don't understand. What about children? I don't understand if even as a young teenager, did I project? Am I projecting because I'm seeing abusers? Now listen, it's not how somebody treats you, because you have to understand that other people are also projecting. When you were 0 to 7 years old and you're living with your parents, grandparents, whoever you're living with, you are now a little child and recording into their projections. You are now like a part of their projections. The same thing that happens to when we encounter abusers or mean people or bullies or whatever they are in our lives. We are now a part of their projection. So everything is just, they are projecting onto you what is to them. Same thing with you. Now, I'm going to go a little more in detail in more videos. The more I do this, the more I talk about this. So this is what I do as a coach. I am a shadow coach, and I work on self-reflection, owning your projections. And this is why I call it triggering, because a lot of people are not ready to own their projections. They're just ready to cope. Coping is amazing. Okay, it's very good to cope, and there's beautiful coping. I have a lot of videos about it. Tapping solution, learning to use your senses. There's going in nature. There's so many different things that you learn to cope. Coping, though, is a temporary kind of a band-aid fix. Band-aids will work temporary. If you're bleeding, you want to put a bandage on it and temporarily fix it. But if you have a big wound, you need to go inside, clean the wound. That's when self-projection and self-reflection is needed. So remember this, in all the healing you're doing, whether you're working on self-love, you're doing shadow work, inner child work, any type of work that you're working on being the higher version of yourself and looking internally, and you really want to heal, especially through this shift that's happening, what I would strongly suggest is work, no matter what work you're doing, is always work on owning your projections. Because when you point the finger at the world or at others, where are the other 3 fingers pointing at? They're pointing right back at you. So if you walk into a room and you look around and you feel that everybody is negative and there's such a negative energy in the room and you're feeling that negative energy, that's actually not accurate. What's happening is that you are triggered by a smell, by a feeling, by a vibe. They could be negative. You could be accurate, and they are negative. But what's happening is that you are seeing the negativity. There could be one positive person in there that you didn't notice because there is something in you that is feeling triggered or feeling uncomfortable, insecure, or whatever. And if you point the finger and say, I don't want to be around these people, they're negative, I'm just going to leave, you're coping. You're using the leaving and staying by yourself and doing your meditations or things. You're learning ways to cope. But if you go home and say, hold on a second, what did I see in the room? What did I reflect onto the room? And this is the key to healing. So when you start doing the work like this, you start saying, oh my goodness, okay, I saw this girl. She looked like she wanted attention. Perhaps I wanted attention. Perhaps, wait a minute, no, I don't want attention. Let's do a subcategory. Let's go deeper. People who want attention tend to be insecure because they're trying to, oh, okay, maybe I'm feeling insecure. So we have to go deeper and deeper. If you don't find that that category is fitting you, try to go deeper until it hits you, because when it hits you and you go, that's when you have to go, oh, wait a minute, I'm self-reflecting. And imagine a world where we can own all of our projections, all our reflections. We wouldn't put it on each other and point the finger and blame and say, you feel like this, you do that. We would all end up owning our projections. And it would be a very, very beautiful world, let me tell you. So I will be doing more videos. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to comment, like I said before. And I love you guys, wishing you the best. And let's do this. Let's own our projections.